I gotta keep doing this. This is so retarded. It is. Oh my lord.
You're welcome. By the way, Phoebe, have you seen Galbrenna?
Miss Galbrenna?
I'm gonna just let it keep playing.
When she finished up here, I think I saw her heading to Margarita's restaurant.
This is so effing. This shit pisses me off. It's pissing me off. It's pissing me off. I sort of on everything, nigga. I've never had a game piss me off this. Actually, that's not true. I was about to say there's never been a game that pissed me off before. Yes, there has. There's been plenty of games that's pissed me off before. But this is irritating. Haven't even finished the main story yet.
A fresh delicacy.
Back off.
I'm just run. It's the only thing that's gonna save me. See what the final character interactions. You got any voice lines? No voice lines? You ain't worth talking to then. Oh my lord almighty. I'm just speed rush. Hopefully nothing stops me.
Hello. I'll have one fantastic fizz and freeze gelato. Extra large. Thanks.
I'm not giving up. I'm not letting this game do this to me.
They say if you mix mint, Viscum berries, mastic nuvola, and cream in just the right proportion, you get a gelato that's not only packed with flavor, but sharp and cool enough to...
Man, after I finish this, I'm gonna make me a sandwich, man. I'm pissed.
Okay. But how are you feeling with that thing in you? We've wrapped everything up here. Best we get to the Black Shore soon.
Everything's fine. Chimera's keeping it stable. Nothing to worry about for now. Though ever since I absorbed that essence, Chimera has been grumbling non-stop about craving something cold.
I can't even talk anymore. I gotta let it play.
Hey, I'm human too, you know. I'm allowed to want good food. Never mind, let's go.
Abby, time to dig in.
I've been dying for this.
I'm just keep my mouth shut.
Miss
'Cause apparently, they don't like it when I talk.
One extra large, fantastic fizz and freeze gelato, please. Thank you.
Right away. You helped Renacita through its darkest hour. Now it's my turn to make sure our heroes eat and drink like royalty. Here you go. Double the scoop on the house. unlimited refills.
That's a big ice cream.
Oh, I can't manage this on my own. Want to split it?
Something you can't even handle. First and foremost, an ice cream like this size needs 4 people. The idea of only 2 people eating this is crazy. Well, you yap a lot? Screw you.
You don't have to carry it all yourself. Sometimes it's okay to lean on someone else. Wasn't that your line?
She probably kept it underneath her desk where all that dust fell on the ice cream.
So, one side each?
Make sure you hit the like button again. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Ugh, finally full. I think it's time for a nap.
Oh, one wish fulfilled. All right, time to head to the Black Shores.
Yeah, their ship should have docked by now.
Watch Charles lame ass peel up. Bro, less than 2 seconds of me looking at that dialogue after mentioning this nigga name, his name appears on here. Talking some Calcharo. Why the rover talking like we've met this nigga before? We haven't never met
He's the
him.
leader of the ghost towns. Strong, ruthless, not someone to cross lightly. I teamed up with him once while hunting in the new Federation.
Okay. Character interaction or connection between these two. Makes sense.
He tried to recruit me, but I'm used to working alone, so I turned him down. They've got quite the network. I got that LAMP terminal through their channels.
Oh, so he wanted to clap your cheeks. That's what that was. He was awestruck by your beauty. He wanted to dig up in your cheeks, but you told him no. You know, that's what happens to them edgelords. Look at him. Look at him. He grew his hair out. He tried to act like Sephiroth. He tried to be cold and and stoic. Nigga, we know what type of time you on. Don't act slick. You know what Calcharo needs? Calcharo needs a ride or die nigga. That's what he needs. He need a bro with him.
He seems intimidating, but I think he's alright. He did join the fight to protect Renesita after all.
That don't mean nothing.
If you ever find yourself in the new Federation, you'll probably get to know him better.
At least they're giving him some type of respect for his character to be like, okay, he exists in the game. And who knows, maybe him appearing in the new Federation will make his character shine more better than how they did him in the prologue, or rather removed him from the prologue. Hey, my girls. Oh, these two look damn near similar to each other. I just realized that. It's been a long time since I sat down. The Codex has been revised several times over the past decade. Wait, Flying Renegades was banned? That play is a masterpiece, and civilians aren't allowed to perform the cover anymore? Such harsh decrees should all be struck down. Oh, okay, I noted down. Actually, I think this one should go too. And thus, acolytes must avoid close contact with common echoes. This is beyond absurd. There are hundreds more like it. Hundreds, most of these have been written under Leviathan's influence. Even sealed away, it refuses to leave us in peace. Okay, them wanting to revise it because more than likely the Thronodian had its hand in like writing some of these doctrines makes sense because they were whispering in the ear, being the devil on the shoulder, all that whispering. So, you know, it makes sense. I'll call the order together soon to carefully review these matters. All right. Who sits on Council 10 now? Council 10 was disbanded years ago. After that, all decisions went straight into Primus Fenrico. Fenrico, in the end, he broke free of the control and found his own redemption. Looks like we'll have to move up the election for Primus. Are you considering running, Carthia? Given my current position, I don't think I'm suited for that role. Well, honestly, I've never had the patience for civil duties. There are certain other better qualified within the order. But I will do everything in my power to correct the order's past mistakes. Now that I no longer need to hide, it's time I shoulder greater responsibility. Okay, so they didn't explicitly state that Phoebe will be the one, taking over the order and being the new Primus. Okay, okay. Which, no problem with a female being in lead of
Live
the
to hunt.
order. No issue with that. I just need to see the process how we get there. That's all. Now let me read. Did I miss anything? He's looking at that bathtub with intent. They can glitch charger all they want, but the man fell off. All he, the Darkwing, and he was it looks like impressive as possible, but I always know he's not that great when I use him. It's crazy. I got that nigga on my account, and I barely used him. Not gonna lie, when he popped up as one of my characters, I lost the 50-50 to. I was like, oh, that's cool, but like, let's be honest, this nigga is useless. I still stand by what I said in my freaking video that I made about the anniversary for Zenless versus Wuwa. Some of y'all can give y'all opinions now, since more than likely y'all probably never watched that video. Excuse me. Hold up. There we go. But in my video, I stated that the standard 5 stars in Wuwa are not as valued or hold as much value in comparison to the standard 5 stars in Zenless. Now y'all can express whether or not y'all agree or disagree with that. But wait, isn't there supposed to be a whale in the? Oh, there go the whale right there. But granted, the only standard 5 star character in Wuwa that holds any value is, in some real shit, is just Verena.
Live to hunt.
Now, when it comes to the Zillas, most of those characters can be put in and slide into like top teams that's in the game's top meta, at least for Zillas. World's anniversary was asked. It was. They shouldn't have listened to my uncle. Oh my goodness, I just remembered. I had someone in my comment section in that video, underneath that video in particular.
Well now, Rover! Looks like Renacita's been tied up with a neat little bow. The other bloom bearers have already headed back to rest. They burned through every drop of strength out there. Once we've handed off the Threnodian's gem to Tethys, I might even allow myself a few hours of real sleep.
Thank you all. Anyway, yeah, I had someone in my comment section try to argue with me about how I was wrong about the amount of free pulls you get, or whatever, or something like that, underneath that Wuwa anniversary video, which did really well. Go check it out. Would really appreciate it. Anyway, it was so funny seeing this dude try to argue with me back and forth. And I was just like, bruh, you're not winning this argument. It is what it is, twin. I would say Encore and Verena, especially Verena. Look at Alto already having more voice lines than everyone from the Black Shores. Which is crazy as well. But then we know most of the Black Shore characters are freaking useless anyway, except for Shorekeeper. But even her use is put into question. Because honestly, shouldn't a Shorekeeper be directing the rover to going to the next location? Honestly. Because they did it for when it came down to, of course, going to Renacita, which makes sense, right? So they should be doing that forever moving forward, no? I hope they do. Again, even this moment feels weak. Never mind.
If it weren't for the Black Shores, we'd have been completely ensnared by Leviathan's schemes. On behalf of the people of Renacita, please accept our deepest gratitude.
I feel like they should have had a celebration party where all the characters get together so that they can have their little moments together. Rather than this, the rover look like he about to just walk off and dip out. Oh, I got sent a friend request. Hold up. But anyway, what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Let's continue.
This is what the
Oh!
Black Shores does. We're just glad we earned our keep.
How about y'all niggas should have been in the story earlier to justify talking about, oh, this is what we do. Nigga, you was gone for most of the time. What are we talking about? Anyway, is Alto and Rover, or rather, is the Rover not going to ask Alto what the crap happened to him when the Tidebreaker attacked the boat at the start of the Renacita story? Because I am still baffled how that happened, and Alto just disappeared off the boat, nowhere to be seen. Is he not going to mention how he got off the boat in the middle of the water?
This might be the first real conversation we've had since everything ended. Thank you very much, Galbrenna. It's a shame I'm not able to absorb the Threnodian's gem. Not in my current state.
It would throw your power completely out of balance. Better to leave it with me. And really, I couldn't have done all this alone.
I can't wait to do that reaction. I swear I can't. I'm not gonna do that reaction tonight, though.
If you hadn't come to kill me, we never could have pulled it off.
Honestly, pulling off a fake assassination in front of two powerful resonators without flinching or getting caught? Yes. Not exactly a walk in the park. Luckily, with a clear target, there's always a way to make the shot land. I didn't need to take you on, just sell the scene. Blessed Maiden down in one. Easy enough.
I'm still gonna forever clown on the Rover for not using their special ability to stop the bullet. Mr. I can stop time. And also, when did Cantarella become a powerful resonator?
What? No praise for my performance. I was planning to use this whole affair as a play for next year's Carnival. Would you like to join us, Galbrenna? The Sentinel once said, they didn't want the people to mourn their passing with sorrow. What they truly wished to hear were songs and laughter. We'll be inviting our friends from Septimont too. I do hope you'll all come, including you, Righteous One.
Didn't she have a second awakening? I can't remember if Cantarella had a second awakening. She probably did, but I just forgot because like her presence in the 2.3 story with Cartathea felt really lackluster in my opinion. It felt like it was really the most minute between the two characters. Cartathea's story felt like it took like more center stage than her. If I remember, it was a sort of a powerful resonator and patch, but then she gave up her power to Cartathea, if I remember.
Then it's settled. If you dare skip it, I'll drag you there myself.
I love when she gets serious. She's so adorable.
But for now, it looks like it's time for goodbyes. At least for now.
The Order will soon elect a new Primus. From now on, Raguna's affairs will no longer be decided by the Order alone. Instead, the Montelli and Phasalia families will help to guide decisions, together with the voice of the people.
We will begin addressing the wrongs the Order has committed. Raguna's future belongs in the hands of its people. It will be led by their shared will.
Our family will also continue expanding Renacita's overseas trade routes. Perhaps one day we'll cross paths again in a distant land.
And should you ever return to Renacita, know this. You will always be our most honored guest and dearest friend.
Not just us, but these little echoes too. We'll hold this bond close. Always. If you ever visit any fascinating places, promise you'll tell me all about it. I'll turn
Yeah,
your
I do
adventures
remember.
into verse and have
Both
a
of the families
summer
had mad
house with
beef.
Sita.
Rover, remember not to overdo it. Eat when you're supposed to. And don't forget, life is meant to be enjoyed.
To meet and to part is a part of life. So please accept this blessing I offer in my own name. May your eyes always shine bright with clarity, and may love and light guide you on every step of your journey.
Again, I don't like how they're framing it as like some grand epic
This
was told.
wide, free world has always been your stage. Wherever you go, I believe you'll always shine as its brightest star.
You know, I just had a crazy realization. And here these niggas go. Where was y'all?
Ha! See, Augusta? Told you we'd make it in time.
This is what I was gonna say. I feel like the Rover should have woken up. If I would have to rearrange the entire story for Wuthering Waves to make it feel like it makes more sense to me, I would have had it be that the Rover wakes up and is found by either Alto or Encore at the beginning of the story, and then notice that that the Rover has clothing or like something that signifies that they are a bloom bearer of the Black Shores. Then have them be brought back to the Black Shores. Then boom, they start the journey off from there. Part of this group, part of this organization. Then the prologue story would be the first crisis that they help deal with, right? Where they're like, oh, Ambi awakens. They're noticing that they have certain abilities that other people don't have, right? And then we, of course, we get to this point. Another crisis happening. Thronodian yet again, so on and so forth. I think that's how I would have done the story if I had the ability to rearrange it. Because this send off still feels like some ultra grand send off of a grand story that's been told.
Septimon's mess is mostly sorted now. The Senate can deal with the rest. We don't do rush goodbyes around here. No matter how far, we had to come send you off.
Wait, do we only have 3 characters from Septimont? Really? That's kind of crazy.
You, my fellow warrior, are someone worth chasing. Yes, we've been chasing victory all along. But with you, it feels like victory itself was itching to catch up. Next time we meet, you'll be even stronger. As will I. I'll be a gladiator who can stand toe-to-toe with you.
We can meet in the bedroom. That's what we can meet at.
Your strength comes from deep in your heart, unshakable and selfless. It shines above Septimont and reminds everyone what being a hero truly means. Fighting by your side has been an honor. By the eternal blazing sun, your name will be remembered in Septimont forever.
I think another thing that feels, again, I think I mentioned it in the other stream that I unfortunately had to turn off, is that there feels like there's so many concepts that they were going for in this plot. And it's now that we reach the end and they're mentioning these concepts like, oh, being a hero, right? Was that ever a concept in the Raguna City segment of Renaissance story? Was that even a concept we even touched on? Other than the part with Septimont? Because I feel like we got all these concepts that they were playing with. And now that we've reached the end and these concepts are amalgamating to this finish line, it feels like this doesn't make sense to me. It feels like something's detached.
This world will never forget what you've done for us.
Oh, also, make sure you hit the like button for you, appreciate it. Thank you.
And don't go forgetting us either. Got it? We're throwing a huge celebration to mock this victory. And there are grenades there too.
Excuse me.
So you'd better show up.
They did you so dirty, you know. I'm gonna be honest with you. The tiebreaker.
Seat is the tiebreaker. Are you here to see our captain off too? I remember the moment we met her like it was yesterday.
Maybe it's more than just a farewell. I think the Tidebreaker wants to escort you on your journey.
Well, but again, I'm sure of it. I feel like this is what the end of the Amphoria story is going to be like. But I feel like the Amphoria story is going to make this feel more impactful. I'm going to be honest with you. Because most of these characters played such minor roles in their own story. Like Roshia. Roshia didn't have a lot of screen time to like fully flesh out her character. Is that the end? I know this is not the end. There's gotta be more. Okay, we're back here again. So the Black Shores is home base. Okay.
How's everything going?
Good news and bad. The Threnodian's gem has been successfully contained. Tethys is already running a full power analysis as we speak. However, the gem we've recovered was incomplete.
Excuse you?
We're still investigating the cause. But look, successfully containing a gem infused with the Threnodian's power? No small feat. It's already a huge step forward in our fight against the Threnodian and the Lament. If the Threnodian is truly bound to civilization, who's to say another one won't return to Rinasida in some new form? Still, even if that happens, it won't be reclaiming this piece of its power. That gives us a window to prepare.
But that sounds like that's just a back and forth that never ends, no? There needs to be a grand solution that pits these Threnodians in the dirt.
Rinasida, the land of echoes. If tacit discords can be manually converted into echoes and become tools to fight Lament, then maybe the Threnodian might also be something we could transform. Heck, maybe even utilize.
Sounds like a smart plan.
But that's all theorizing, best kept to caffeinated hours. For now, we'll need to wait until Tethys completes its analysis before drawing any conclusions.
Well, I'm glad it helped. I'll be on my way then.
No, don't leave. Fine, shorty.
Hey, Rover. She's got real skill. Moves like she's already part of our rhythm. This kind of synergy doesn't come knocking twice. What do you say?
Okay, so this is how she gets offered.
Everyone in the Black Shores has made it their mission to stand against the Lament. Our goals are the same, and we've been walking the same path from the start. I know you're not the type who likes being tied down by titles, but just remember this. You're not fighting it alone. So...
The Rover did not need to do all that fancy stuff. Just hand it to her, fool.
This flower marks you as one of us. Whether you join us or not, if you ever run into trouble out there, the Black Shores will have your back.
I see. I'll take it then. Oh, one more thing. My last terminal gave out after I used it too much. Think the Black Shores could lend me a new one?
Is that bloom a permanent part of her outfit? You heard Otto. You heard her, Otto. Doesn't mean you're joking. Okay.
Len? Please. You break it, you come get a new one.
Thanks. Well then, till next time.
I feel like Galbraith's character was fleshed out properly. I'm not gonna lie. She feels really fleshed out as a character. Like, I learned a lot about her. Granted, hopefully I retain all my information about her.
That's my real name.
Well, nice work, Angel. Your cake is immaculate.
Angel? Huh. Such a beautiful name. Hold on a sec. You're not planning to jump into the sea, are you? I could get you a boat.
Homeboy trying to spit game. Bro, I'm gonna be honest. If I had a chance to write Wuwa story, this whole interaction right here, I would have had Alto spitting crazy game, dirty macking, trying to get his hands on Galbrando to be like, "Yo, what's up, baby girl? Ah ha ha." It'd have been diabolical how I would have written this scene. But knowing the CN player base and how they don't like the idea of any male character, you know, having any type of reaction or interaction like that for any female character in their game, it's never gonna happen. But again, if I was writing it, I would have had him dirty macking like crazy, being fiendish, knowing what type of time he be on.
Don't worry about her. Nothing's stopping that one. No storm, and no raging sea.
Yeah, the fact that she can fly for so long is kind of crazy. It's so crazy. I saw people talking about something. This quest made me cry. I don't understand how. Oh, here you go.
You do love to make a person wait, don't you? Still breaking me out right under Mingting's nose without setting off a single alarm. Delicious. Tell me, how did you come up with that little idea?
Let's just say it was inspired by the Somme Noir. Imagination, after all, remains humanity's sharpest blade.
As the dark tide spread and I was pulled in deeper, the mark of the dark tide you left in me allowed my frequency to merge with it.
Oh boy.
Of course. And through Leviathan's power, I was able to read that frequency and depict you back into reality. Leviathan's power of assimilation blurs the line between imagination and existence, turning fiction into fact.
So essentially, from what I'm understanding, he got the Black Tide to manifest in his jail cell, which then he delved into, and then thanks to his ability, or the Threnodian's ability, he kind of allowed for him to teleport into the outside world after diving into the Black Tide, right? Am I understanding that properly? Because that's the only thing that makes sense for him, as he's explaining it, of how he got him to escape the jail without signing an alarm off. That makes sense, right? Swallowed by the Black Tide, dragged all the way to Renacita, manifest outside the Black Tide.
But of course, none of it would have worked until Leviathan slipped the Sentinel's leash and reclaimed the reins of the Dark Tide.
It cost more time than I'd have liked, but everything unfolded exactly as you scripted. Such precision, such devotion. Bravo.
These niggas about to kiss, I can tell. Just go ahead and kiss. You this close to this nigga face.
A trial, nothing less. Civilization's infancy must come to an end. So long as humanity remains cradled in the Sentinel's arms, it will never walk, let alone evolve. That is why I wrote this final act.
And here go the wolves to depict the symbolism that they're
Those
trying to go
who
for.
cannot transcend their limits and overcome their lesser natures will remain imprisoned by their own making.
Oh, they're dead.
Well, such souls deserve no salvation.
Okay, so from what I'm grasping, this is no different from the Vatui of Genshin Impact. They want to free humanity from the shackles of the gods, so that humanity can write its own fates. No, this is verbatim the exact same thing the Vatui want. Like, tell me you're not biting Genshin Impact style without telling me you bite off Genshin Impact style. Could we not have given the villains a different goal in mind? I guess not. Unless this is just his personal goal. But also, I think one aspect about Wuwa story that really baffles me is ever since they revealed that Cristoforo has this ability to like rewrite reality itself, I have to question everything that's happened in the story. Because when he said, "Oh, I wrote this ending," I'm like, so you wrote the entire plot of what's going to happen of this, that, and the third? Like, it's kind of throwing me the F off every time I hear him say this. How I wrote this, how I wrote that. And it's like, what scene was genuine then? What was a genuine scene of them breaking free from their quote unquote fate? Like, I need to know.
No souls deserve salvation. Why even try? This world was born from chaos and exists in disorder. The only winning move is to be worse, wilder, to out chaos the chaos. Every noble act of salvation only makes chaos hungrier. You want to destroy to save, but me? I want to save to destroy.
Only one survived.
Disappointed in how the story ends.
Did I say that? Your stories have always been a treat. Screaming crowds drowning in despair, a world tearing at the seams. Every collapse, every unraveling. Chef's kiss.
I'm not gonna lie, Scar probably the best part of this entire story act right now. Scar, ever since he rolled up, I'm not gonna lie, I've been enjoying him more and more. Like, when he finally becomes playable, which I'll be shocked if he does not become playable. I can't wait to see the riots in the streets, because people are like, man, the captain from Genshin didn't become playable. Oh man, that's so bad. Genshin, the worst game ever. Blah 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 blah. If they don't make this nigga Scar playable at all, and they kill him off, and be like, oh, have a death scene for him where the rover kills him and he doesn't become playable, boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, this is gonna be a crazy day. Nothing but fire.
If they cannot overcome the pain, then let them fall straight into the ending I want. An eternity of chaos and suffering. That's why I chose to work with you, dear playwright. Speaking of which, quill bearer who toys with hearts, your sins weigh as heavy as mine. Tell me, where will your ending play out?
It has already been written into the script. But until I reach it, as long as breath remains in me, I will haunt the stage like a phantom. A reminder that one must always look forward. Sharpen thyself and temper thy soul.
These two love talking.
Oh, Rover wasn't wrong about you. You really are a cruel, extreme man. Sometimes I think you might be even more insane than I am.
Insanity, reason, or something in between.
I'm not gonna lie, this two-man team.
All our choices born of free will, and only through free will can we defy the surging tides of fate.
But what is this fate? How can you see fate? That's one thing that keeps throwing me off. Ever since this whole fate thing of defying fate, it keeps throwing me off, because they're like, oh, we gotta defy fate. But what is it that conducts it? What is the structure in which you're viewing fate from? Right? Because in Genshin Impact, we already know what that is. It's the freaking Irminsul tree. Right? And if this game is meant to be Genshin Impact 2.0, because we already can see that they're biting certain styles off Genshin, which nothing wrong with that. You know, do your own unique little spin on it. But like when it comes down to certain concepts like this about fate, I'm just like, bro, what fate are you defying? Can you perceive fate? Can you tell what's written on the script of fate? I need to know. Is there like a grander structure that you can perceive?
That is why we both seek to change it. But beneath such tides, no one is content to remain merely a humble servant.
You lost the gem I entrusted to you, Christophora.
And here you go. Weren't you supposed to be dead?
Forgive me, but haven't we already seized what we truly desired?
You entrusted it to him. That's fine, okay. It didn't look like you entrusted it to him. More like the rover kind of folded you, and you dropped it, and Christopher snatched it last second. That don't sound like, or as far as I remember, that's not what, oh, I entrusted this to you looks like. If you was doing a 2-man mission against the rover, then yeah, sure.
You see, even the beyond forged from Leviathan's power couldn't endure. It fell short of the perfection you long for.
Oh, so even her paradise didn't hold up. Surprisingly, we're being told about it off screen rather than seeing it happen in real time. You know, there go that tell and not showing happening. And I thought Wuthering Waves had the greatest storytelling ever.
But if you wish to try again, I remain at your service.
Tell me, how much of it remains within you?
Not much, but enough to make use of.
So she got to go back to the drawing board.
I promise to complete your finale. Let this be the last note of our symphony.
As you wish. My sincerest gratitude for your wonderful performance, Lady Frolova. May you find the strength to create the beyond you once envisioned.
If this world truly cannot change, perhaps I will seek a new path for myself.
Oh, the whole squad rolling up. I've been trying to see what's underneath her skirt the longest time. I need to see.
Who'd have thought someone as stubborn as she would learn to adapt? But, Grand Architect, are you really going to let her walk off and do as she pleases?
Of all of us, you are the last one with any right to judge her for following her whims.
Exactly. Tell that nigga shut up.
Judge? You wound me. I'm far more faithful to my indulgences than she ever was. No. I just want to tag along and add a few more flourishes to her symphony.
Now we're doing a dick measure contest. Niggas, stop it. If y'all want to kiss so bad, do it already.
There are still greater matters that demand your attention. Though our roads diverge, our ideals remain as one. Ian, they all lead to the same place. Separation is but the prelude to possibility. All so that humanity may cross that final gateway into eternity. Our goals in Jinjo and Rinasita have been fulfilled. A Threnodian's resonator, an artificial Threnodian, and a second resonance awakening. We now possess both the knowledge and the means.
A Thenodian's resonator, that must be referring to Carthathea. An artificial Thenodian must be the gem. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. And a second awakening must be relating to Jinshi? Possibly? Someone can correct me.
Next, it is time we turn our gaze to our accomplishments in Lahai Roy.
Lahai Roy. I'm not gonna lie. Lahai Roy is seeming very promising to me. That was it? No way. That can't be. Okay, yeah, I'm looking at new terminal appearance. You can swap over its terminal feature. Switch to the robot for now. Again, terminal appearance and log. Check it out now.
Who gets the bullet?
Let me be there for every. Let me be there for everyone as we head toward our shared future, leaving the past.
Okay, I feel like there's supposed to be more. Like, was there no discussion about the fact that Homegirl, that Abraxas was acknowledged by Homeboy? You get the point I'm making, right? About the whole Abraxas thing. Are we not going to talk about that? I know it's mentioned in passing, but shouldn't we have talked about that? That's like a very lore important thing. Why did we have a discussion about that? Like, this goes back to the whole thing about Genshin Impact again, right? If people complain about Genshin Impact when it comes down to like, oh, Yap session this, Yap session that. But like, the Yap session is very important to understanding some of these things. Like, we don't sit here and have like, oh, some lore thing happened where it's extremely important, especially at the finale of an act. Like, could you imagine for Fontaine's final act, we did not dive into understanding more of the lore about XYZ, about Farina herself, about the prophecy, about the narwhal whale that caused the primordial sea to overflood upward to the surface and stuff like that. Could you imagine we didn't touch on any of that and we were just like, oh, we're just not going to talk about it and just move on? It's like, huh? Like, even Paimon, the certified yapper, like, even she would comment on it being like, Abraxas? Who's Abraxas? Are you referring to me? Right? She'd have some type of response to that. Anyway, I'm loving staring at this cake factory right now. Hold up, wait for it. I know she's about to do something with her gun again. Hold up. Oh, damn. Anyway. What else do I have to say? Don't worry about my weapon level. I gotta level that. Anyway. I appreciate y'all for like joining to watch all 3 streams. Hopefully you all left your likes on all 3 streams because, you know, network was acting belligerent, acting a damn fool for no reason. Wait a minute. Oh no, that's a different game mode that's activated. I still haven't done that Odyssey thing. This is something I'd like to know. Okay, what's this? About Journey Part. You're telling me they're about to have this important conversation related to this lore thing, and we didn't have the conversation in the middle of the quest or at the end where it should have been, and now it's not even voice acted? This is crazy. Genshin would never have done something like this. At the end of every quest, or mainly Argon quest, we'd always have a conversation sit down to be like, okay, let's learn about this, let's learn about that. Truly one for the epics. One for the epic, my ass, nigga. What? About Abby. It's a curious case. Even the base of Black Shore, we haven't found any relevant data, but in that battle against Laverne spoke Abby's name. Yet no one else seemed to react. It was only Abby and I who heard it. Abby's true identity, perhaps I'll only uncover it on the road ahead. Again, like just like you said, Dante, I don't see how people cried about this. I don't. Because my emotion, like, it's very hard to make me cry playing or watching anime. Right? It's very hard to make me cry. There's only one anime that ever made me cry. And that was, y'all gonna be shocked by this. I know, just hold your breath. It was Sword Art Online. No, no, no. Before you start click clapping in the comment section or in the chat being like, Sword Art Online? How? How did it make you emotional? Tell me why. I'll explain. For Sword Art Online, there was this one section of the story. It wasn't even part of the main story content. It was the side story content with Asuna, where she was meeting with this girl who was in the hospital because she came across her in game. Yeah, Yuki. She was the only character in the entirety of SAO that I gave a crap about that made me cry about her. Maybe it was because she comes from
delicacy.
Maybe it's because she comes from a religious Christian family background. That's probably what hit me in the chest. Right, because when she died, like everyone held such high respect for her when she died because she was like deemed as like what the number one swordsman of the whole game. Right, we got to spend time with her. We understood that because she had like HIV or AIDS or one of the two or both. I'm really not sure how the process works, and she was dying because of that, and she was like crippled and left in a immobile state, and she had to be in the machine just to even speak to people and whatnot. So like, it hit hard for me. But this quest, granted, the context is completely different, but I still think it's valid. Like, I am not feeling it. At least this final act in particular, I'm just not feeling it in comparison to that previous act with Avidius. With the Avidius act, I felt more attached, even though I was clowning on Homeboy. He's not my king, by the way. But he got my respect. I respected what they was doing with his character. Because his character felt like a real character that was trying to fight fate. Right? In comparison to everybody else, with the exception of potentially Carthathea, Augusta, and I have to say Yuno as well. But Yuno felt like a BS case. But like, I was still more attached. It's just like the rest of this doesn't feel attached. You feel me? Look at all these bosses we fought in freaking Renacita. And you're telling me the final boss for the Renacita plot is nothing more than a... Hold up. Oh, I think I clicked the wrong button. Data book. Let me go back to it again. The final boss for Renacita was nothing more than just a copy version of Fer de Lis, just like covered in black ink. And it's just like, bro, y'all could have done so much better than this. Lost my respect when he did a 180 from last patch. Oh yeah, that's true. He also did a 180 that was completely out of nowhere. It's just like, it felt like they tried to rush to tell a grand story. And I'm not gonna lie, it feels like the final act feels very ambitious. That's what it is. They were building up everything to the final act, but when they got to the final act, they kind of tripped over themselves in certain aspects of it, right? Like Galbrana and everything related to Galbrana stayed consistent, right? There was no tripping or falling off when it came down to that part, but like everything else felt like there was some tripping. In particular, when the playable cast of characters came back to help, I felt like the moment that happened, it threw off the story a little bit, or a lot. Like if they just kept it to Galbrana or Augusta, and potentially also Lupa, and even Carthathea, right? I feel like with that pack of characters, I feel like it would have been fine. But then they just threw in the entire roster of the 2.0 story. And it's just like, Wandering Swordsman, that nigga has not been mentioned in the game previously, and he only just randomly appears in the quest being like, yo, what's up? But people are not going to complain about that. They're not going to sit here and be like, look at this character coming out that they're releasing in the next patch. He wasn't even in the story at all. And, we're going to complain about that, right? They did it for Zenless, but they're not going to do that for Wuwa because he's a male character in Wuwa, one of the only few that exists. And because it's Wuwa, because anything Hoiverse does is seen as the act from the devil, while anything Wuwa does is seen as the act of God. But anyway, it's just like, man, it just feels off. Hopefully y'all hit the like button for your boy. Anyway, I don't think I have anything else to say. Because I feel like I said most of what I said across 3 streams, which pisses me off that I had to do 3 streams. I wanted it all in one go. I hate when stuff like this happens. Not gonna lie, I don't think I'm interested to play any of these events that's going on, even though I could just get more pulls from it. Oh, I didn't do her trial thing yet. I'm gonna do it on my own. I ain't gonna do it right now. 'Cause I got stuff I gotta do. And yeah, I think that's it. I don't think I got anything else I can say. But it's like I was not emotionally invested in this section of the story as much. Maybe I was emotionally invested in Galbrina personally, because I was really loving every scene that she had. Genuinely, shoot, I titled my thumbnail for my video reacting to her trailers as the aura farming queen. Right? Granted, I didn't say that in depth, but it proved me right through the story because she was aura farming most of the time. Hold on, let me read. Find new pairs and they blind swordsman to literally deliver the item. And well, anyway, like I said earlier, you want to do VC for a bit while you work on your shorts? Yeah, I'm fine with that. We can do a VC. Anyway, this is Industream. Good night. Bye. Peace. See y'all this coming week, probably on Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on how I'm feeling about it, where I play the what is it? Zenless story. There we go. Because I'm really excited for version 2.3 and its story. I really am. Hopefully, it will flesh out the nonsense that I'm feeling related to 2.7 story of Wuwa. I hope it does. And I'm gonna pull for Lucia this coming Friday, so I might push the stream back till Friday. I might. That's probably what I'll do. I think I'll push the stream back till Friday. I think I won't stream until Friday. So then when I do, I'll play the story quest and simultaneously pull for Lucia. I think that's what the plan is going to be. Yeah. I'm not going to stream all week till Friday. Now, throughout the rest of the week, I'm going to work on my videos and my YouTube shorts that I want to do. Anyway. Good night. Later. Peace. Bye. Where does button at? Make sure y'all go hit the like button for your boy when it comes out to the other 2 streams I did as well. Yeah, I'll do that.
A fresh delicacy.